Hi there, my name is Scarlet Moon and welcome to my video. In this brief 10-minute video, I will explain the basics and differences between these three religions, Wicca, Wiccan, and Paganism. I'll also be stating a few of my personal beliefs and thoughts on each one. I hope you find this video very useful, for walking the solitary path is a harsh one. Your journey awaits, let's begin. Now, pagans aren't just bound to any particular traditions. Sometimes a pagan will follow their own inspiration. Paganism is not dogmatic. What I mean by that is not bound to withhold or judge anyone else from what they believe in, just because another pagan doesn't exactly agree to another's beliefs. Pagans pursued their own version of the divine, has direct and personal experience. Paganism is an ancestral religion that's always been forming around humanity throughout centuries. This ancient religious outlook remains active throughout much of the world today. Paganism is even practiced in the most complex countries, such as Japan and India, to all across the globe. Imagine, even in countries who are strictly Catholic or Christian, you would also find pagans there. They're everywhere. You'll find pagans, Catholics, Christians, Wiccas, or Wiccans, which Wicca and Wiccan are actually the same religion, which I'm going to go through that in just a little bit. But you'll find them anywhere. You'll find every type of person who will have a different belief. If you literally just brought up randomly, let's say 20 people, and put them in a room from each different country or from different parts of different countries. Like, let's say, okay, you're in the United States. You live in New York. Okay, take like 2 New Yorkers, and then take 2 people from England, 2 people from Great Britain or Europe, wherever. Each person will answer you differently. So with that being said, paganism is practiced, paganism, Wicca, Wiccan, and pagan, I just repeated myself. Basically, all 3 of these religions are practiced everywhere around the globe. These people may not fully express it because of how their country is run. Not a lot of countries are going to be as free as the United States. Some countries are just pinned down to one specific religion throughout their government because their governments are what they believe in. So they try to enforce their beliefs onto everyone else, which I don't think that's right. But again, that's just me. The base of the pagan outlook can be seen as a threefold. The threefold represents a nature and worship many deities, both gods and goddesses alike. Nature is seen as the spirit of a place. This place can be anything. It can be mountains, lake, or a spring that guards that specific deity. For example, the goddess of Athens, Athena, for instance. The cycle of the natural year is separated by different seasons that are seen by most pagans as a model of spiritual growth and renewal. Such festivals are marked throughout the year to offer access to different divinities depending on the season. Many pagans see the earth itself as sacred. In ancient Greece, the earth was always offered the first bit of wine, although she had no priesthood and no temple. Now, the difference between paganism and Wicca, however, are due to what they truly believe in their hearts. Many Wiccas/Wiccans tend to forget that their religion is just a modern version of paganism within itself. This religion was developed in England during the first half of the 20th century and was introduced to the public in 1954 by Gerald Gardner, who was a retired British civil servant during the time. Wicca draws upon a diverse set of ancient pagan beliefs with a 20th century flavor. And with the pagan beliefs, they mostly use it for, they take a little bit of the pagan beliefs of the natural traditional paganism for our own theological structure and ritual practice. The word witch was formed within the Middle Age English, which was pronounced as witche or wishe. By definition, it says either a witch or a wizard. That's what they thought back then, because a lot of people were actually afraid of witchcraft, and they had no initial knowledge of what it actually was about. People were just scared. So, by just hearing Wishe or Wishe people, I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but they probably will just run. That's why it was never introduced until 1954. So you can't really blame us now, can you? Wicca has no central authority. Its traditional core beliefs, principles, and practices were originally outlined in the 1940s and 1950s by Gardner and Doreen Valentine, whom both have published works as well as in secret writing and oral teachings, either passed along to their students or their families, which families tend to keep traditions to themselves, especially nowadays where this religion is the most popular. Wicca, Wiccan, and paganism believes it, you won't even believe how many people actually believe in our religion. I mean, it's a blessing in disguise, yes, but like some people don't even know what this actual religion is meaning and just jump into it because, oh, hey, I could wave a magic wand. That's not how it works. Okay? Now, we worship multiple gods and goddesses alike, with many who believe the gods walk alongside them rather than having them on their feet and worship them for eternities. The traditional gods and goddesses that are worshipped are 1. The moon goddess, and 2. The horn god, and each are given respect. These deities may be disregarded by many different divine aspects, which can in turn be identified with many diverse pagan deities from different historical facts. It's because of this that they are referred to, quote unquote, great gods and goddesses and the great horn god. Depending on your beliefs on which god you worship, it's all up on you. Do some research. There's over 20 gods and goddesses within our religions, or within all three, to be quite practical and technical. So you don't just have to worship the moon goddess or the horn god if that's something you don't feel within your heart. If you don't think it's something that they could give you warmth and strength every time you do a spell or a ritual or even a prayer, then you will have to do some soul searching within yourself and find the one that's right for you. Maybe some people don't even want to worship a god, and that's perfectly fine. You don't have to. But it does give one comfort to know that there is a higher being that can help us throughout our worst times. And don't tell me nobody goes through rough times. Now, Wiccan and Wicca celebrations follow both the cycles of the moon, known as Esbats, I probably pronounced that wrong, which are associated with goddesses. And the cycle of the sun are based on celebrating Sabbaths. Along with many festivals and holidays, Wicca often involves ritual practice of magic, though this isn't always necessary. Now, I wanted to actually say something in regards to that. Initially, I made this channel because people think that we worship the devil, we worship Satan, and as you could fucking tell, excuse my language, but as you can tell, we don't worship Satan. There might be some crazy ones, people who say they're within our religion, who think they know everything, who think they're a god because Satan made them powerful and gave them the strength to actually be a god himself. That's not what all of us are. Not every single Wicca, Wiccan, or pagan is going to be the same. So don't judge every single one you set your eyes on. That's just discriminating us all in everything just because of that one person. And that's not fair. Just talk to us. Have a mutual conversation with us. See what we're about. See what we believe in. Don't just judge us. Because judging us will make us judge you. And if you're being biased on just what that one person said, then that's your fault. You're being a closed-minded person. And that is all on you. But this is all I have to say. I probably went past 10 minutes. I apologize if I sound like I'm stuttering sometimes or if I'm out of breath. I have asthma and I also do have speech impediment issues. So thank you all for who stuck around throughout the end of the video. I plan to upload more videos in the future. Let me know in the comment section below any topic you would like me to actually get into more. My resources for all the information in this video will be in the description as well. I had to do a little bit of research because it's been 7 years since I've initially read everything that I just read to you guys and have spoke to you guys about. So I needed a bit of a jump start, especially with my memory and how it is right now. But feel free to ask me any questions. My email is also in my YouTube channel and under the About section, and I will also place my email in the description. Feel free to email me privately if you need help with anything or are confused about something and wanted a clearer answer, or if you want to be a guest star within my video itself. Just let me know and we could figure out something and set something up. This is Scarlet Moon. Blessed be everyone and merry meets.